And welcome back to Conformity Antidote, and we are your spiritual guides. And I am Cuz.
And I'm Tech C. Welcome.
Yes.
Is it me or is it a little off? Can you turn us up a little? Sound! We need more sound! I don't know who I'm talking to, by the way.
I was going to say, we're the only ones here, fool.
All right, how about my imaginary friend. There we go. There we go. Like that.
We'll see, we turned it down because we had too much gain last time.
I know.
We had too much gain last time.
Yes, we did have a lot of gain last time. So.
Gain right
gay. Yeah, you got that right.
Well, welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
To our second live show.
Peace, love. See, this is peace, and this is up your... Or it could be two. So.
What is...
Welcome back to our second episode. Live. There. So,
I'm Cuz, in case you didn't know.
And I am Tech C. Did we do that already?
No.
No, we didn't do that already. I'm Tech C.
Because you yelled at me last time for not doing it.
Oh, yes. Well.
All right. I don't know. My mic sounded a little weird.
Same here.
I don't know.
It is a little strange. Hopefully we're coming across okay to everybody.
People, let me tell you. We've tested this daggone thing. I don't know how many times. I don't know what to tell you.
I know.
On my nerves.
It's something else. See, we need to hire. You know, we miss our girl, and we need to hire somebody. We still haven't found a good applicant to help us out with our engineering issues that we have.
Yeah,
help get us set up for the show.
Seriously, though, we need somebody with engineering here and whatnot because, yeah, we're hurting.
Yes, we are hurting. But anyway, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Even though I'm like distracted because the Eagles game is on and we were doing absolutely terrible, and now it's actually turning back into a good game. So I'm really nervous.
It's not a good game to me because they're still in there.
I know. Well, you're
stinking Eagles.
Your scabby team plays it tonight.
Yes.
The battle with Texas.
Texas. Thank you, and we'll be all right.
Yeah.
See, so also we need somebody to run like the text and stuff, and we have Miss Knight came up on us there, Miss Pammy Whammy. All right. But we need somebody to like run the chat and everything else while we're concentrating on everything else. I don't know.
Yes.
We'll get it figured out one of these days.
One of these days.
Yeah. So, all right.
Anyway, so let's see. What's it time for?
I do believe it's time for current. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, see.
We timed out. Son of a biscuit.
Just these technical difficulties.
I know. See, the other one actually stayed, and I can't get the.
Oh no!
There we go. All right, it's time for current events.
Okay. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, you are.
I'm waiting for our scenery to fall down. It's
That's
like
next.
One of those days. See? There you go. Oh, Hossie.
That was a little low.
Okay.
Here, let's try it again.
Better. Yes.
Is that all the way up? Let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Now try it. Another gong. 3 times a charm. Hossie.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Konnichiwa.
All right. So, current events. Let's go.
Current events. Our first one we want to talk about is what we should talk about last week was the Kavanuagh hearing.
Yes.
And actually we have confirmation for.
Isn't that like a Catholic thing? Confirmation.
Well,
yeah. You know, like they've been confirmed to the church or something. So, we forgot our little thing.
Little buddies.
Or little buddies.
Yeah, so he has been confirmed, and people are the left is losing their freaking mind. And let me just say something real quick. With the freaking left, it has never ever been about Dr. Ford and her supposedly being a victim or whatever. It has never been about that. It has always been about whether or not they're going to put a conservative on the Supreme Court and whether or not he's going to overturn Roe versus Wade, which he's already addressed that point, which he said he's going to probably leave it alone. But even if he doesn't, it goes back to the states. It just doesn't go away. He doesn't just overturn it. That's not how it works, you assholes. The left just get me so.
I can tell. You get all riled up.
I do get riled up because they're stupid.
Hey, you know how you know what I do to get cuz all frothy at the mouth? Watch. Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Now see, that could be taken the wrong way. Now we're
yeah,
great.
You're right.
Yeah, great. Now
right.
Now we're about ready to be investigated by we're gonna have the Secret Service knocking on our door.
She ain't under Secret Service no more. Skank.
Well, yeah.
All right, I got something for her.
Where's the? Oh, see, I don't condone. I don't condone violence, but see how cuz he gets all riled up.
See, I got enough for both of us.
Yes.
All right.
So,
but they're losing their mind. But so he's been confirmed. He is going to be not now. Your girl Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is already starting to do a petition to impeach.
Well, yeah, she said. She made the comment, I think yesterday or today. She said, when, of course, you know her. She's like, when the, I lost my train of thought. No, she says, when the Democrats take over the House or whatever, they're going to begin impeachment proceedings against Kavanaugh.
Right.
On top of President Trump, which I'm like, okay, well, that's money well spent.
Yeah, but she's already actually organized a petition. Correct. Just to have it. And it's like, you know what?
Yeah, I know. Well,
stupid.
My biggest concern of this whole thing, and the biggest thing is the true victims of this. And I hate to say it, but Mrs. Ford. I mean, I guarantee everybody's going to forget about her now, because all they did, they would put her in D.C. and said here, or they leaked out her story first off, which she wanted left confidential. They leaked it out. They put her before the Senate committee, and now that Kavanaugh's on the bench, they're just going to be like, okay, you can go back to teaching now. I understand that they have a GoFundMe page, and she's actually doing quite well on the GoFundMe page.
Oh, yes, she is.
But she, they're going to forget about her, because it's like, okay, why aren't you forwarding her issues or what have you, or looking even a little bit further into it or whatever and helping her? But now they're going to be like, well, you didn't do what you need to. The porn attorney, Stormy Daniels' porn attorney, is just going to be like, he's going to try and find somebody else to, I don't know, some other stripper or prostitute to come forward that he's paying, that somebody had sex with somebody.
But if you notice, he's getting crazier. The more he gets, he's getting uglier. And pretty soon he's going to be just dealing with.
Oh, wow. I was thinking sheep. Where's the sheep?
I don't know. Well, he got sheep, but he's getting into.
No. Yeah, I know that.
He's going to get into the heavies.
I know. Well, they're getting like crazy stories, like torture chamber
brothels
and gang things going on. I mean, you're just crazy. And the sad part is you got somebody like that who's fabricating these stories, which I believe a lot of it's fabrication. There's probably there might be some truth to it, but there's a lot of it's fabrication. And then when it actually does happen to other people, nobody's going to pay attention to it, because they're going to be like, well, you're just making this up. Just like these women did under this porn attorney. You're just making it up, and in truth, they're not going to be. And that's where the sad part comes in.
Is.
How many day in and day out, how many women and men get sexually assaulted, and they don't have this platform or nothing to speak of, and then you've got this jackass slimeball attorney who's making these, bringing forth these women that, I was shackled. I was shackled in the basement of, Trump Tower, and Melania whipped me and poured chocolate sauce on me.
Well, they keep talking about these gang rapes. That's or whatever, which was all BS. But the woman who was talking about it was like, yeah, it was happening all the time. It's like, what the hell was you going there for?
Right?
Then?
Why'd you keep showing up?
Or why didn't you say something to the authorities, you dumbass? That's what I don't understand.
Oh, you did it away.
I know.
All right.
I got to figure out how to keep my screen up. But anyway, to me,
I'm getting parched already.
I know. Bottom line is Judge Kavanaugh has been confirmed.
Easy.
There we go.
Wow. Okay.
Who'd you rather have?
I don't know. I don't know another judges.
You want another Sotomayor?
Huh? Sonia
Sotomayor. You want another one of her?
How about Ruth Bader Ginsburg? How about Sandra Day O'Connor? Now, that was a woman. That was a strong, tough broad right there. Whatever. Sandra Day O'Connor.
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever? She was a Republican.
She was...
Oh, easy.
She was starting to slide.
Anyway, so...
Next.
So, let's... The other... I just got like two little tidbits of...
I wrote that one right there. So
okay.
You can start. You can hit that one.
So, I got another one after that.
I got something. Well, go ahead.
But anyway... for those of you who don't know, to follow sports or whatever, last night was the big MMA fight between Conor McGregor. It was his first fight back after pleading guilty in court and his whole bust thing.
Dumbass.
And then that Russian thing, that dude, whatever his name. What's his name? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't.
But anyway, so he ended up kicking McGregor's ass last night.
Yep.
And basically choked him out, put him in a chokehold. He had to go into submission.
Yeah,
and
tapped out.
So, but afterwards was when the fun really began, because you had the Russian dude, I guess, climbed over the fence, of the arena, and basically started going after some guys in McGregor's camp,
right?
While in the audience, and then two guys, from what I understand, came into the ring and started wailing on McGregor while he was down. They had to have security guards. Oh, it's a little calf ringer. I thought that was between two chicks, but I guess that could be.
Well, it wasn't until I saw the guys in that jumped the fence, and they were more like,
I told you. Do that again.
Oh.
I told you, McGregor, you stupid son of a bitch. Okay. But anyway, so the security guard had to go into the ring and break up the fight. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
And this morning, I understand, I guess they arrested 3 people on the Russian side. And it was all done by the Russian. Now, we all know McGregor has a big mouth and is
he's
an idiot.
An ass.
But, it was all the people that did all the trouble were from the Russian side.
That's correct.
Wow. It was crazy.
It was crazy. But, they went after but they all left the arena afterwards, and they actually went to their hotel room.
Hello.
Hey, hands behind your back.
It's the pigs. Hello, it's the pigs. I mean the cops.
That is so rude.
I know.
Look, I don't have a siren on here.
Where's the...
I don't have a siren. You're right.
No, you have this, though. I'll be with you in a minute. Oh. We got to play with the new sound effects.
I know we do. Oh, wait a minute. Where was it? Oh, crap. I lost it.
Oh, wait a minute. Go back over here a minute. We needed that for the last one.
Oh, wait. Oh, where is
for the porn guy.
I lost it. Oh,
I don't know. You lost it. So anyway, we didn't have a chance to see it. Of course, it's on pay-per-view, and they're not going to give highlights of it until after they get all the suck the money out from the public as much as they can. Yeah,
they got to they got to finish. They already finished the pay-per-view. Then they got to
have the encore.
Yeah, encore, and then the other re-show, and then they're good.
All the other bullshit. So
they had to go grab those guys out of the bathroom and whatnot.
I know,
but they were all.
I think that was half of Vegas after the fight was over.
All right.
So
what's your
my last
your little tidbit?
Okay. Then my last announcement.
Yes.
And this is an announcement. It's a little somber, but as many of you know, tonight is the season 9 season premiere of The Walking Dead. It'll be Rick Grimes' last season on there. But what I wanted to say was the guy that played Herschel, and I forgot his name off the top of my head.
I know.
That was not.
That was not intentional.
That was rude. But the actor who played Herschel passed away after a bout with cancer, and I loved Herschel. Those of you that are fans of The Walking Dead, which I'm sure of you, many of you are, I loved him. He was.
Yeah, I was pissed off when they
killed him.
Yeah,
when he got decapitated. That was messed up.
That was rude.
By the governor, by the gov. So, but anyway, he passed away in real life. So, thoughts and prayers with him. And I just brought that up because I know the season 9 of The Walking Dead airs tonight. So,
yes,
that's all I got to say.
That's nice.
Yes.
No.
So
before we get into our little topics, I want to call attention to my little shirt here. I mean, this is my thing.
Oh! What was that?
You can see it. So this is for PTSD.
Yes.
So you can go to PTSD.com, and they have you can donate and support, and what you can also buy. They have different shirts and everything else. So, and like I said, this one has the ribbon with the dog tags, but not everybody who deals with PTSD is a veteran or whatever. I mean, there's kids going through it, women, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Everybody's going through some kind of crap like that. So, so just support PTSD. And I think there's a lot of other programs that come out of that. They just use PTSD as the kind of the platform. So yeah. So
yeah, show your support. We got us, cuz actually got me a shirt as well. So very nice. And cuz and I are both PTSD is very near and dear to our hearts, so show them the support. So
right. Oh, we have Miss Jolene. Where's your accent from?
I know. Where is your accent from?
Well, I'm from Alabama. That's where it started.
I'm sorry.
See, look now you done made my screen go black. It
wasn't me.
You make everything go black.
I know. I see a window and I want to paint it black.
All right. Now, let's move on.
All right, let's move on.
Oh, one more thing.
What?
One more thing. We're talking about shirts. So tomorrow we're going to start a GoFundMe account for Conformity Antidote. All right. And the reason we're doing that is because we just want to put together some capital so that we could we want to buy a stock of T-shirts,
coffee mugs,
shorts and long sleeves, coffee mugs, and
various
and the car magnets.
Car magnets.
That's what we're gonna start with. Just those 3 things. So we're gonna need a little capital. Now we've showed this shirt I think on our first YouTube video, not our live, but our first YouTube.
Yeah, so I was wearing it. Me.
Yes, he was. So here is here's our prototype. So on the front it says "Run, little snowflakes, run." That's the front. And on the back is our logo with, I don't know if you can they see that?
I don't think so. Here, let me hold.
Yeah, hold that. It's Conformity Antidote. Now, this green here, we're going to get rid of that green because you got Conformity Antidote. We're going to get rid of the green. Just keep the white and then the conformityantidote.com on the bottom.
And this guy right here.
Yeah.
I like it.
Get it right here.
Look at it right here.
Right. Yay.
Okay.
So there you go.
That was awkward.
Yeah, it was awkward. That was good. So, like I said, we're trying to get some money together to buy it because to buy one, it's pretty expensive. So if we can get some funds together and we can buy them in bulk, then we can sell them at a really decent price. And it really isn't to make money off the shirts and the merchandise. It's to actually advertise it out.
Correct.
But we spent all our money on this, so we don't have any money for anything else.
This is it. This is all we got.
This is all we got.
This is all we have.
All right.
So, anyway, don't forget to donate. I like that.
You like that? You know what? We could go to this other one.
What's that? Oh. All right.
Here we go.
So, let's topics.
All right.
Let's
So,
go.
for our first topic, we're going to D.C.
Ugh.
My
Do we
favorite.
have to?
My favorite place.
That's almost, it's like, hey, as long as it's not Baltimore,
Well,
that's all I got to say. Because when I hear that word, it just really, whoop,
you missed it. It's right
dude.
there.
I just, no, not
Oh,
that
you
one.
want a different one?
Go ahead. I want the,
I'm waiting for you. Because
Wait
you're
for
gonna do
me.
it right in the
Well-
middle of my crap.
that's good enough. That's what I think of when I think of
Or
Baltimore.
you could have just done
And
this.
DC. That's true. Okay.
All right. So we're going to D.C. and where a D.C. lawyer is suing his fiancée, his ex-fiancée. His name is Ryan Strasser, and his ex-fiancée Sarah Jones Dickens. Now, what he's suing over is an engagement ring, right? Which, if you ever watch Judge Judy, she tells you that the ring is bought in contemplation of marriage. If that union does not happen, that ring goes back to the guy who bought it. Unless he's a cheap bastard and the woman bought it, in which she keeps it. So,
Okay.
right. So they were scheduled to get married this year after 11-month engagement, and they separated after a highly contentious breakup. So they were like
Contentious.
they were like
Violent.
all right. So you think, okay, the engagement ring, give it back. And here's why this lawyer wants this ring back so bad. It's $100,000 ring. That's $100,000 ring, dude. That's 100 large.
That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. So here's the deal. All right. So he claims in the suit that he didn't want to spend more than $40,000 on a ring. And you know what? Let me just explain something to you here, people, before we get into this. Where we start throwing this fat money on these rings and all this other stuff. Now, if you ask me, what I think we should be going on, here's how we start. You hook up with your lady, you get engaged, this, that, and the other. You get her something, I don't know, $100. You get married, all right? I'll bump it up to $5, all right? You got $500 on that ring. Not until she puts in a little time, right?
Puts out a little time?
I said,
Or puts in?
where she puts in a little time, then maybe 5-year, 10-year, then you roll in and you throw that fat money down. All right? Okay, now, I'm coming up close to my 30 year. Even after 30, I ain't dropping $100,000. Although my wife would kill me anyway.
No, she wouldn't.
If I dropped $100,000 on a ring,
Well, yeah, because you
daggone right she would. She'd knock the. So he dropped $100,000 on this thing. So I'm telling you, look, he's not even got it locked. Now see, here it is. He's a lawyer. He's got to know until you get that contract signed. You don't give up that kind of dough.
Well, yeah. Well, not only that,
Come
but
on, man.
But not only that, but I thought it was like, because this gets in that gray area of like a gift. Okay, let's say I gave so and so a gift. I got her a brand new car, like a Lexus, or I don't even like Lexuses. I got her a Mercedes.
Mercedes,
Yeah.
Benz.
And then, like, let's say, then like a month later, they turn into complete and utter assholes. And it's like, dude, I want my car back because you're an asshole.
Yes.
well, you really can't do that. It's a gift. You just you give it to somebody. Let's put it this way. If I'm dumb enough, okay, to spend $100,000, or let's just use the car scenario, but we'll do the ring scenario too. If I'm dumb enough to spend that kind of money and give it away to somebody,
yes,
that I don't really know a whole lot or whatever, and then I deserve to have this shit taken. That's what I'm saying. And I agree with Cuz. Start off small. And then, with the wedding, do the wedding band, the whole, you get a little bit, you start cheap, then work your way up.
Yep, that's what I said.
And then work your way up. And then of course, after you have some kids, depending on how the kids are, you either go down or you add. You either add or take away.
Add or take
right.
away.
But yeah, obviously this guy's a lawyer. He has money, he's stupid. That's all I gotta say.
So, but here's the thing. So to purchase it was actually $99,800.
Okay.
And so he went to Better Ridge Jewelry in Greenwich, Connecticut. He had to take out a $30,000 loan with a 5.95 interest rate. Now, here's the clincher. The ring is now valued at $125,000. And I'm telling you right now, that'd be $125,000 with an ass whooping I'm putting on her. Because right now, she's got the ring. Whatever money he had saved up is gone, and now he's got a $30,000 loan,
right,
that he's paying on.
Well,
and he's not getting any
action.
Action, yes.
Wait a minute.
Not getting any. Ooh. I guess that floats your boat.
I don't know. She's a Furby.
A furry?
Or furry. If I say Furby, there's a little thing that lies in your mind. But anyway, that's his own dumb fault.
Okay. I agree. But
I understand.
It's like it says, the difference between buying somebody a car just as a gift and buying them a wedding ring, like Judge Judy says, is a contemplation of marriage. So it's actually a verbal contract.
Now, does it? Oh, okay. They were engaged for 11 months. So, I mean, you figure after 11 months you would know somebody, but I guess not so much.
Guess not. This was a 4-carat ring. Now, here's the thing. This is what's crazy. So she had specific requirements for the ring, including that it should be around 3.5 to 5 carats, with an inclusion rating of no worse than VS2 and a color rating of no worse than G.
You know what? I'm going to give her 2 color ratings. Black and blue. Right there. Oh.
Stupid.
That's sound effects thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she... Yeah, there you go.
All right. Let's just leave it there, because apparently we're going to be using that one quite a bit.
I know. Now, there again, this is all in jest.
No, it's not.
Well, I'm telling you...
Yes.
When we had the FBI come knocking at our door here in a little bit because of the whole
Clinton they talk to me regularly.
They did me too.
No.
I think for different reasons. But anyway,
hello, Mr. Tex.
I can't come to the door, baby. I'll be right there. So.
Oh, and yes. Mr. Tex can now see you.
Come on in, Hussy. Welcome.
What's Hussy?
I don't know. I got that from like some show. Hussy. Oh, Hussy. Oh, Monty Python. When they had the whole, I have to show you the episode. It was like a Monty Python, Monty Python flying circus, and it was like the Chinese had taken over like the palace or what, like the castle, the Queen's castle, and they kept coming in there, and they're like, oh, Hussy, and they were trying to pass themselves off as British. It didn't work.
Oh, stupid. All right,
so.
All I'm saying is, with this, give me my ring back or I'm knocking you out.
So, okay, you had, first she's making these demands for a ring. I'll be like, look, Okay, if you're in love, if you're actually in love with somebody, well, you ain't gonna make demands of nothing. You're just gonna be happy for what you get. Mm-hmm. So obviously she was a gold digger. Well, he's what kind of attorney is he? He's probably representing people like Stormy Daniels.
Oh,
that would sound. I'm serious. That sounds
maybe he's Avenatti's brother.
I know, could be. But let's stay on the subject while we're here. Let's stay on the subject for just a minute of rings, because there was a woman, I can't remember where, but her boyfriend or her fiance or whatever gave her an engagement ring.
Yes.
Okay, and then she found out how much he spent on that said engagement ring.
Yeah.
And she blew a gasket. So she decided that she was going to go over all social media, Twitter, whatever, to sit there and tell everybody how much of a cheapskate her boyfriend was. And that, if he truly loved her, he would have gotten her a more expensive ring, yada, yada, yada. And, I mean, then she got walloped. From what I understand, that she got really walloped on social media. Like, bitch, you ought to be happy you just got what you got. You know what? I'd just be like, if that happened, we're done. Or like, I go up to her just like, take the ring back, push her in the mud. It'd be like Steve Martin in The Man with Two Brains. Into the mud, scum queen. Shove her off. Lesbian!
Why are you dating lesbians?
I don't know, because I'd push her off the cliff. And that's what she'd be saying. Okay. I'm just saying. Don't give me the crickets. Anyway.
I'm over looking at you.
That sounds so... that sounds
creeping me out.
I know. But anyway, I'm just saying...
I love the sound effects.
I'm just saying that this whole wedding ring thing... Cuz we were talking earlier about another Bridezilla story, and we might have to mention that next podcast. But this whole the whole Bridezillas, this whole ring thing that I'm gonna get me mines. This whole I'm gonna get me mines. Right. Bullshit. What happened to the day where it was just all about love, romance, and just being together? Nope, not anymore. Sign that. I want this. I want this. Everybody that comes to my wedding has got to bring me a gold-plated urn. I don't know why I said that. I like urns. I don't know.
What are they?
I like a little urn.
What are they doing?
With a little diamond thing around the side with a little band, and it has to be made by Chanel. I don't even know if they make Chanel. I'm just making this shit up. I don't know.
What's it? Or what are we like doing? Mass cremations? What are we doing?
It won't be mass. Everybody at the wedding. I want one. I want.
One of you has to be cremated. I'll let you figure out who it is, but one of y'all's gonna have to be cremated.
And if I don't have a volunteer,
you should have read the contract before you accepted the wedding invitation. RSVP'd.
Here. Oh boy! All right,
yeah.
That's enough out of me.
It is enough out of you.
I know.
Where's that at?
I don't know. Time out.
All right.
Let's move on.
Moving on. So we're going to the wonderful state of Colorado. To
Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. John Denver.
You all right?
Yeah, I love John Denver.
Do you need a minute?
I do need. Talk amongst yourself.
Are you verklempt?
I'm verklempt.
All right.
Is the subject. Never mind. I don't know. Say something. Start.
All right.
I'm perched.
All right. See, I don't want that to go away because I love the sound effects. All right. So now we're going to Denver, and let me tell you about the wonderful city of Denver and the amazing people they have running their city. So what they did is about, what was it? I think it was, about 6 months ago. They paid $30,000 to install 10 storage containers in the city.
For what?
For what?
Yeah.
Homeless people's articles.
What? What?
There were storage lockers for homeless people. They're outdoor storage lockers to give homeless people a safe place to store their clothing and other possessions.
Oh, there you go. Good idea. Good
You know,
idea, Denver.
You know what we call that? We call that a TV box from Sears. That's
I know whatever happened to the good old days where you get a box. Well, that's because TVs are like thin now. You can't live out of a TV box anymore.
You know, because if you you get a cardboard box, and if you want to lock it up,
right?
Duct tape.
Yep, exactly.
Hello,
that was the lock. That's terrible.
So they spent $30,000. Okay, so these outdoor storage containers were 4 foot by 6 foot. That's pretty damn big.
That is big.
So guess what? So just take a guess at what do you think was happening? What they were doing with these lockers?
What were they doing with these lockers?
Living in them.
No shit.
I'm like, it's metal, it's waterproof.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hell, moving in.
It's shelter.
How in the hell? What? How did they not think that that's what was going to happen?
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hey, wait a minute. You said this storage compartment was for my belongings. Well, I'm wearing my belongings, so I'm just going to store them right here. And with me in them. Why not?
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know how you think they weren't going to look. Why am I going to go in a alley or somewhere else when I got a metal storage container that I could? Not only could I lay in that, but I could push all my stuff to the back.
Right.
Like my piss jar, my can of chocolate pudding that I fished out of the Costco dumpster. Costco. Or BJ's.
BJ's. I love BJ's.
Right? My case of condoms.
All right.
They're in the city.
I know.
They're not in the country.
Yeah, but Denver is kind of country-ish. It's surrounded by the Rockies, so
that's true. It is true. All right.
They come down.
So part of the problem that the city officials were having was obviously that they were living in them. Not only that, but they were selling narcotics out of them. And last but not least, prostitutes.
Oh, wait a minute. Where's that one at?
What?
Where's that?
What are you talking about? Applause? There you go.
No.
What are you talking about? What's it? Who's it? Whose it was it?
I want to clap.
It's applause, fool.
I know. It kind of kills everything when you have to look at it. We'll get this down right next week.
But anyway.
Prostitutes.
So they have prostitutes servicing out of.
That's awesome. Instant brothel. I mean, like instant brothel, and you could have the door guy. You could have the bouncer at the front. Shut the door. At the front.
Oh.
You can set up dividers. You can set up sheets and stuff that be like dividers and stuff like that. That's an awesome idea. Way to go, Denver. I like it.
Stupid.
I know.
What did you think they were going to do with it? Just take I have a couple of shirts and a backpack and I'm just going to store it in there.
Guys,
dumbass.
Guys, you were only supposed to put your belongings in there, not you. It was supposed to be your shopping carts and your clothes, your trash bags, your aluminum cans, and and just stuff. And not you and the prostitutes and hookers and drunks.
And your poop bag.
And your poop bag. Well, yeah.
And
this is not a bathroom.
And your 40 busters.
in a gallon milk jug.
Could you imagine they're drinking now that beer, and there's obviously no refrigeration, so that stuff's...
Well, trust me, they probably don't let it sit long.
Now, I bet they don't. You're right.
Now, we laugh and joke. Yeah. We laugh and joke. That was another thing. We're talking about poop bags.
Oh, that's true.
But we laugh and joke, and not everybody that is homeless. We this is just a stereotype of the homeless population. I'm sure there, especially out in Denver, I'm sure there's quite a few. But we do know that there are people that are homeless that it's by no choice of their own. But a lot of them, and I don't know what Denver. They need to do that in Baltimore. As a matter of fact, I'm going to write a letter to the mayor of Baltimore. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to write a letter to the mayor of Baltimore, and you do D.C., and we'll get them set up these containers. We'll make suggestions. No, I think it's great to have, and then to have those idiots come back afterwards and sit there and say, "Oh my, we weren't supposed to be sleeping it. It's supposed to be for your belongings. Oh, what's that? You don't have any belongings. Well, what the hell do we get the containers for?" So go ahead and sleep in them then.
My belongings, like you said, are on my back. I'm wearing like 12 coats and 6 pairs of pants.
I'll tell you something, Lay. I got no underwear, though.
We know where to get some if you want some.
we got lots of them around the back. Oh my! That's so disgusting. Here's the keys to my car. I'll meet you out back in just a minute. I'll be right there. I think it's great. I think it's great.
Are you hitting the homeless for sex? Oh, I should say not. I was just merely looking in his container to make sure he was okay. I just stayed in there for a little bit.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Was that 15 minutes?
We were
for around the world?
We were hitting some of that old English.
That OE. OE, mother.
Yo.
That's awesome. I love it. I think,
stupid.
I'm actually surprised that we haven't heard about this being done in Seattle. I mean, Seattle just does crazy stuff like, or San Francisco, and I'm sure it's they're like, that's not a bad idea. And what's going to happen though is they'll end up setting something like that up.
Yep.
And the door will inevitably, somebody like some teenagers will come by and they'll be like, and they'll close the door and put a padlock on it.
Yeah, you can't put a padlock on them.
And they'll be padlocked in, and the next thing you know, you have a very ugly situation.
Yes.
Where you have homeless that have been locked away in a storage container for weeks. Marinating.
Percolating.
Yeah. Oh my! How did that happen?
I mean, they could bang on this if people will hear them.
Right.
I mean, they'll get somebody with some bolt cutters and cut them out.
But it's lunacy. Absolute lunacy.
All right.
I tell you what, Denver. Instead of getting compartments for people to put their belongings, how about maybe setting them up in a shelter with a bed and getting them a job and helping them with other stuff like getting off of drugs and figuring out why they're homeless to begin with.
Get a job, you bum.
So they could have mental disorders. Which
I know,
a lot of people.
when I see a lot of the people on the street homeless, especially here in Frederick, there are so we've discussed this like 50 times. There are so many resources where the homeless whatever can get, food, you name it, they can get it. A lot of the problem is they don't want to follow any rules. They don't want to do anything. So it's like, you know what, dude? Hey,
right.
Sorry about your luck.
Those people, you can only help so much, and then it's like, okay, we're done. We tried our best, but pee off. Pee off.
Right. So that's all I'm saying. And so, because like I know with the Frederick Rescue Mission, they do everything for them. But like, say for instance, when you get up, you have to make your bed. You can't stay in bed all day. You have to, I think, like either get a job or volunteer or help service, do stuff for rescue mission, like work in the kitchen to help feed all of them. So you got to do something. So if you have somebody who's mentally ill or whatever, okay, that's one thing. That's over here, and there should be a special shelter for them.
Right.
The other, though, is where you get these people that just don't want to. They don't want to be bothered. So you know what? Then and then at that point, I ain't got. Sorry about your luck. I ain't got time for you.
It's not like they're asking a whole lot of these people. It's like, hey, you know, if you're gonna sleep here or whatever, all we ask you just help out, clean up, go out and try and find a job, what have you. Yeah. And if they refuse to do it, you know,
if you can't find a job, then volunteer your services for everybody else.
And there, you know, I hate to say it, there are people. There's probably a small. I don't know how large the segment is, but there are some people out there that actually they choose to be homeless. I was actually reading an article a while ago about a guy that actually passed away who was homeless, and he actually had like a crap load of money in his that he had access to, but he just chose to stay in that environment for one reason or another. Yeah. I'm not sure why. Of course, he passed away. You know, and there's a lot of things going on. PTSD and other issues going on, but.
And you know, we understand it because there could be some people that don't want to be confined. They just have to. They can't be around that stuff anymore.
Free. I gotta be me. Okay,
fly, be free.
I like it.
Oh, thank you. we're here all week. Try the veal.
All right, but I love it. I like it. Way to go, Denver. Good idea.
Dumbasses. All right. So let's, instead of doing this, because where are we at?
I know, we still have like 10 minutes or so.
All right, so you want to do this one?
No, you always like bashing them up. Let's do we've been putting off the fruit cakes. We've been putting off the fruit
I'm going to do this one next time.
Okay.
We haven't done that yet.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's up to, let's put it this way. I'll leave it up to Cuz. Cuz, you pick the next topic.
No.
Yes.
No, you always leave it up to me.
No, because you're like the head.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Here we go. All right,
like the head shindig. You got a penny? You got a penny?
Let's flip. No, here's what we're gonna do. Our listeners out there, or watchers, I should say, we have two topics that's left. One is about a dog owner who used a pet sitting service and found shirtless men in lube in the living room when he came home.
That's what I want to do. That's my vote.
The second topic is Disney movies that suck.
See, Cuz doesn't like Disney movies.
I hate. Well, I don't like. Disney. I don't. Yeah, I don't like Disney because they're a bunch of money rat bastards. So that's your choice. So and either one that we don't do, we'll do next time.
So we need to hear from the next person. I don't know if anybody's watching us anymore.
Well, sure
we were getting like comments, and now all of a sudden they just stopped.
We're connected. See,
but nobody's like watching us. I don't think.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, we're going.
Okay.
See? It's just a little.
All right. So anybody pick a topic. You've got
10 seconds.
Like 10 seconds, a minute or something like that.
Yeah.
So, where's the?
We don't have the
ding, Jeopardy clock.
No, I think we have. Oh wait, hold on. I don't think we have it. There we go.
That sounds like very. That sounds very nerfy. We have a suggestion.
Disney movies that suck.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do.
So we'll do the dog thing tomorrow. I mean, next week.
Thank you from the young lady located in Walkersville.
Yes, beautiful young woman.
Yes, for that suggestion.
Yes. All right.
So,
Disney movies that suck. And it's not so much that they completely suck, but there's certain parts of it that I think suck, and then we go off on. At least I do.
I know Cuz does.
All right. The first one on my list is Up. All right. Now, the reason overall the movie is kind of is nice movie, but here's my thing. All right, with Up. All right, this dumbass was a balloon salesman for one. All right, who sells balloons for a living? Anyway,
Ed Asner.
Ed Asner, yeah. So he sells balloons for a living. His beautiful wife, all she wants to do is one thing, and that is go to Paradise Falls. All right. So this moron, knowing that that's what his wife wants to do, go get a second job, you bum. Make some money instead of spending all that money on them stupid ties that he's always wearing. You don't need a tie to sell balloons. Put on a t-shirt and some jeans and sell some balloons. But anyway, she doesn't get to Paradise Falls. She dies, and then he has to go traipsing off to over there with that big house with the balloons and that stupid kid.
Which, I haven't been able to figure it out. Is that, and not that this matters, but what is that kid anyway? Is he like...
He's Asian.
I was going to say, is he Asian,
Asian
Caucasian,
American.
What?
Well, no, he was Asian, obviously.
Disney's notorious for, it doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't matter if they're supposed to be from Africa. I mean, look, they always have like a Caucasian slant to them anyway. So, I mean, that's their big thing that they got caught up with the princesses about. All of the princesses.
Except for the frog princess.
Yeah.
She was black.
Yeah, and even like Mulan and Pocahontas.
Was Asian?
Yeah, but they always have like a Caucasian slant to them. You know, they're not actually... That's Disney, though.
Well, Pocahontas she had a little darker skin.
I know.
Oh,
that's true.
Colors of the Wind.
Right. Colors of the Wind. Wow.
Savages. All right. Okay, what's your deal with
what?
Do you have any issues with that?
Get
a job, you bum. That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I didn't watch Up all the way through. I didn't watch Up all the way through, except for the one time I was over here. I know.
And you're the one that's sitting there telling me about Disney and you big supporter of Disney.
I'm like old school Disney. I'm like Jungle Book, Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan, old school.
I like some of those.
I like Aladdin. I love Aladdin. Aladdin made me laugh. Like Robin Williams, that whole thing is just laugh.
You like some of the newer stuff?
Godfrey? Huh?
Oh, yeah, Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, the parrot.
Oh, Jafar.
So some of this new stuff I don't watch, but the only thing about Up that I gotta say is that old curmudgeon Ed Asner, in the house with the balloons. I agree with Cuz. It's all your wife.
See that?
What?
Look at the listener asked.
I know.
They don't understand the Caucasian slant.
Because
explain yourself.
Most of their characters that they have in their movies have a Caucasian slant, even though they're not supposed to be. Like whether it be their eyes, facial expression, voice features, etc., etc., etc. Okay, that's what Disney has gotten in trouble for.
So if you have an Asian person,
they have
what? So what should they look or sound like, or mannerisms should be like?
Like somebody from either China, Japan, Korea, whoever they're trying to portray on the cinema.
So should they be talking in Japanese or Chinese?
Not Japanese, but have like that accent. Like you have here in the States. You have somebody that's been from Japan that's been here in the States that has that Japanese accent.
So you want them to talk like this? Oh, so do it.
Oh, or like in a Godzilla movie.
But then they're gonna be like, that's not how those people talk, and it's gonna be racist.
I know. It can't win. Just let's move on. We did Up because I like your next one. I got my thing on Disney cartoons that I'm going to close with. So this is basically your segment. I'm going to close with one on my own.
Yeah, but I want you to at least comment on that.
All right, I'll comment.
But you have, but I'm just saying.
I know. I'm already getting yelled at.
Is Ratatouille. Ratatouille. Again, overall of the cartoon, it's a funny little cartoon. Let me tell you something. There is no there's no person on the face of the planet that's going to have a kitchen full of rats and say, I will take whatever comes out of that kitchen.
Well, what did it take place? Didn't it take place in like France?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, we have a lot of. We have a lot of French listeners,
and they know. And they know. But sir, that's just a caper, just a little small caper. It's a rat turd.
Ooh, I didn't. You know what? I didn't know if I.
Now, where I got that from?
I don't.
Go ahead.
I didn't know I ordered the chicken cordon bleu that it would come with chocolate jimmies.
Well, you see, there's a new spice that we are.
Oh, it's spicy, all right.
It's where I got that scene from was actually the 1978 version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Donald Sutherland's like a health inspector, and he goes in this restaurant, and he's like, hey, I can't remember what the guy's name was. It was a French restaurant, and he's like, what is this little black thing? Oh, monsieur, that is a caper. And he's like, it's a rat turd. No, monsieur, we have no rats back here. It's a caper. And he's like, if it's a caper, you eat it. And needless to say, he didn't eat it. And it was in a big stew pot. So, yeah.
And
rats.
Point two. I think the hot chef chick that rode the motorcycle, there's no way she'd end up with old Dorco.
But that's where all your dreams come true in fantasies.
That's why
Disney cartoons.
Disney cartoons. Stupid.
Okay.
But overall, I think it was kind of. There are funny parts in all Disney movies.
Yes, there is. But there's also a lesson to be learned.
What?
Stay
white.
Morals.
White is right.
Oh no.
That's what you said.
Hey, did I say that? I didn't say that.
You said they're all. It's a white
I said
slant.
that's their.
Basically,
that's what people complain
basically
about.
You said they're Ku Klux Klan.
I did not say that. See, you're putting words in my mouth.
No, I didn't.
I didn't say that.
Yes,
I did not.
Yes. Look, you're looking again. Once you get your glasses, Grandma, so you can see
because
it.
Don't start. Oh.
All
right, move on.
All right, my last one on the list.
Yep, and then I'll do my quickie.
I got
actually, this is a little history lesson.
What are you looking at your watch for?
I don't know. I'm just seeing what time it was. I don't want you to sit there and say, "Oh, you're running over in time."
No, it's been good.
Okay.
Don't mess up the good.
I know. I'm not going.
Headshot.
All right. Last one is Beauty and the Beast.
Songs as old as time. Beauty and the Beast. Sorry.
All right.
I love it when Angela.
That's one of the things. As I hate this.
What's wrong with the song?
I hate all the singing.
They're musical.
It's not a musical. It's a cartoon.
But they're musical cartoons.
No. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Okay.
I don't want it. All right, but you got like the like that little chip. Oh, where's that? Let's shoot that little cup, stupid cup.
He's talking about murder in a Disney cartoon cup.
It's a cup.
Yeah, but he's alive, so it's murder. Murder, I said.
No, it's not. It's ceramic. It's gonna chip.
Hey.
All right. Also is Gaston.
Oui. Speaking of
why? So there was all this big battle stuff. Now you know for a sec that beast would have whooped his ass.
Right. Yes.
The beast the dude was huge, man.
He was
like,
humongous.
whoop his ass.
Wasn't that Ron Perlman?
No, that was the. That was a TV show.
Oh yeah, with Linda Hamilton.
With Linda Hamilton.
With the Terminator chick.
Yeah. Now, if you want to make that show good, both of them should have gone after the Terminator.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. Well, where is he at?
I didn't know we had Arnold Schwarzenegger calling in on the show.
Anyway, so Beauty and the Beast. All right.
So I didn't. There's another. There again, it's another one I have not watched all the way through. I know.
How can you be a supporter of Disney movies if you've never seen none of them?
Because I told you the ones I like Peter Pan, Aladdin, Mary Poppins.
Okay, so you are a supporter of old Disney movies.
Yes, I like older Disney movies. I want to have a
old, like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's like back in the 20s or 30s or something.
That was.
Well, that's old, so that's old.
That is old. So yes, I don't know. Some of the newer ones I've seen, but I guess you could say I like what is their other branch of Disney? Pixar.
Pixar.
Yeah, I see more Pixar stuff than I've seen actual Disney.
And
stuff.
by the way, you had you have Gaston, right? It's supposed to be manly.
Mm-hmm. He's a candle, isn't he? But isn't Gaston the candlestick?
Is it Gaston?
I thought Gaston.
No, Gaston is the big brute. You're thinking of Lumiere.
Oh, okay. Lumiere. Oh, that's what I thought.
Because he's French.
I thought that was the candlestick. I do know that, but I didn't know his name. The little teapot.
It's Lumiere.
Okay, Lumiere. So Gaston was the
he was
boy.
the big, and he had remember the little sweet pants dude that was dancing around him all the time, singing about him.
Right. Okay.
I
do remember that.
That's all I'm saying.
Well,
hey, so we don't have like a hey.
I know we'll add to our.
But I know, but
of stuff.
The two of them probably spent a little time together.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. That'll be a spicy. That's like, hey, that'll be a Disney nasty. Like what we say about the nanny, Mary Poppins nasty. She comes flying in on a inflatable dildo.
Wait a minute. No, here it is.
And speaking of dildo,
I actually don't think we said that.
Oh, last week we did.
I don't think we did.
Not flying in on that. Not flying in on the dildo. No, we did not. But we did talk about Disney nasty. But that's a segue into what I want to talk about. Speaking of dildos.
Oh!
I don't know if this is a little bit of Disney trivia. Back when
there's kids watching.
Okay, well, that's that. We're not. It's just all right. They won't know because this involves a VHS tape. My God, kids! You mentioned VHS tape, and kids are like, "Huh? What's that?" Exactly. They don't know what I'm going to do. But it's a little trivia for you. But back when The Little Mermaid was first coming out, was at the theater, was real big, Ariel and the fish and stuff, and that whole thing, and it was real popular. Well, I guess there was a disgruntled employee that worked for Disney and worked in the area where they were processing the VHS tapes. Well, he was so angry with where he worked. I don't know if it was his boss or whatever. He's like, well, I'm going to show you. So he changed the artwork on the cover of the VHS tape. And massive thousands, upon thousands of these things were mass produced and sent out. And next thing you know, the bosses looked at him and they're like, this looks very nice. There's Ariel right there and the little crab with Sebastian or what
Sebastian, yes, he is
the crabs. Who's Sebastian?
Singular. Crab.
Okay, I like
stuck
crabs.
on crabs.
I know. I like.
What was the fish's name?
I don't know.
Flounder.
That's right, flounder. So anyway, you had all that. It was lovely, and then you had these from the castle in the background, and he's like looking at him. Oh, that looks interesting. The guy sat there and put the stalactites all around the background. Dildos. He put on there dildos, and it was you had to really look hard. I mean, if you were a kid and you looked at it, you had no clue. Little kids would have had no clue, but an adult would look at it and be like, "What are these phallic symbols doing up?" And it was proven fact that he did it. He admitted doing it, and how I knew about it was I've worked at a video store in Frederick, Wonder Book and Video. I'm going to give him a shout out. I love you.
We both worked there.
And they were selling this VHS tape for like $180, and I was like, Barb. She worked in the back office. Barb, Barb came out, and I said, Barb, why are you charge $180 for a VHS tape? And she told me the story, and she pointed out, and she said, it's a collector's item. Because obviously once they saw that, Disney was like, X-nay on the dildo A on the Little Mermaid.
So I bet it was a huge collector's item in the LBGTYN.
Oh, I'm sure. So, I bet not. I don't know how many of you all knew about that story, but look it up. It is there. It is in existence. I think it's like urban legend.
You all right?
I'm a little choked up on that one.
Choked up on a...
I have something in my throat.
I bet you do. That's wrong.
They're terrible.
You're wrong.
I know. But it makes it so right.
All right. So I just a little thing. If everybody's been to Waterbook Video, it's a really it's still a cool place.
We haven't been there in a while.
Cool place when Tex and I worked there, and we had this one. We don't know what her name is. All right, but she was this one lady that worked there. She had real long hair, like down to her butt.
Right. It was braided.
She braided it, and she was a quiet talker.
Yes, she was a fantastic worker. I mean, you go to the back, and she was always working back in the books. She knew what she was doing back in those books.
So we had nicknames for everybody. So I used to call her because she had that braid. It looked like, if you watch the old kung fu movies.
But David Carradine. Not in case I didn't know. Sorry.
No, older. I'm talking about like the old Chinese ones.
The old ones.
Yeah, so they used to have all these kung fu movies with the Shaolin brothers and stuff. And they all had this big, long braided tail. So we used to call her the Shaolin sister. So every time she would come out, to you couldn't find a book and stuff, and then she would say, yes, here is the book. And we would, thank you, great one, Shaolin sister.
and she'd look at us like, you guys are nuts. Well, we couldn't even hear it. She was probably cussing us out under her breath. We couldn't hear, you sons of bitches. I can't just stand you. It's just, making fun.
Anyway, that
was a great place. That was old days.
She was awesome to work with, and I think she actually liked it because we had a nickname for her.
Right.
Not to be rude, but I think it's probably the first time somebody kind of had like a nickname or like really showed a lot of.
It definitely was not a nickname. She knew it too. It was not a nickname that we did it in like
to degrade her.
Right.
Yeah. No.
It was out of just It was good fun and fondness, actually. I liked her. I loved it when she worked because anybody that would come up to the counter that needed help finding a book or whatever, all we do is call up our Shaolin sister. And
there's a couple there's a couple times we did on the loudspeaker and called her that. Got in trouble.
Shaolin sister, can you please come to the front? Excuse me. I'm looking for Stephen King's Salem's Lot. Do you know where I can find that? Oh, yes. Will you please come with me? And I'll sit there and I'll show you where it's at. Oh, my. Could you say that again, please? So,
anyway.
We reminisce. Loved her.
Yeah.
The Wonder Boogie Video was a great place.
It was. All right.
Any more Disney cartoons? Or
I am.
We out.
I think I'm good.
Well, we could come back later.
Yeah.
With more.
If it's something you guys want to hear, believe me, I can go all day on Disney, stinking Disney movies.
I know. Well, they're getting everything. They got Star Wars now. They got all the Star Wars movies. They got almost all the Marvel movies. They don't have Spider-Man, and they don't have
Deadpool
Venom
and X-Men
and Fantastic Four.
Or did they sell 21st Century Fox yet?
No, not yet. I don't think it's been finalized. So, but when it does, then they'll have everything. They'll have everything.
Then we'll have to start watching DC, and DC sucks.
Well, yeah,
it sucks.
Not good. It's not good. But I like it because maybe you go to Disney World and instead of riding the teacup ride, which has been around since like 1970, which I can't even fit in a damn teacup anymore, too fat. Maybe they'll get these wild rides like the Avengers Age of Ultron ride or something like that and be like real fast and something.
Oh.
What?
Oh, we had, okay. I tell you what. So if you look at the
yes.
top,
we did talk about that, didn't we?
No,
not
we
on
didn't.
the show.
So, all right. So one of our listeners who happens to know a little bit of our background has brought up the subject of Rick Springfield, the singer. So we will dive into that next week.
Yes.
If you want to hear about, it's a whole thing about me and Rick Springfield. All right.
Oh yeah, that story. Yes.
Is it? So, you know what? I'm going to write that down, and we'll talk about Rick Springfield, and I will also talk to you how I saved Rick Springfield's life. So do not miss that one. Do not miss that one.
From mouth-to-mouth resuscitations.
It wasn't that.
I know. But they don't know that.
I would have done it, though.
Oh, I know you would have.
I love Rick.
Let me ask you this question before we get ready. I know we're getting ready to go.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go.
But if Rick Springfield was upstairs,
yes,
and knocked on that door and sat there and he said, "Cuz,
yes,
come away with me. Leave that woman and go on tour with me." What would you do?
Bye.
To who? Rick Springfield or your wife?
My wife. Okay, I don't float that way, but anyway, there's I do need a little help, but it's going to be fine. So we'll talk about my. Okay,
well,
we'll talk to you how.
Actually, I think we were going to do. We weren't really going to do like a show geared towards that, like if you're
like music,
right?
And all that.
Like who we like and stuff.
Yeah.
So
we'll do it next week.
Yeah, we could do that next week. We'll bring up like if there's any pressing current events that we need to talk about, and then we'll go on to our little
likes.
Guilty pleasures.
Yes, and
fetishes.
So we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about a few stories of music and
dance and singing stuff.
Okay. So don't stick around, but come back next week, and I'll have my whole Rick Springfield. I will bare my soul about Rick Springfield.
About Rick Springfield. I can't wait. That's awesome.
All right.
So,
yes, I think we're done.
I think we are done. So, anyway, thank you all. What's up? Thank you all for joining us. Yes, the show's over. Thank you. I have a little peckish.
Oh yeah, I could do a little something. We're gonna watch Dallas whoop the Houston Texans ass. Anyway,
the Battle of Texas.
That's good one.
Anyway,
because my boys won yesterday. Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Roll some Arkansas is. That's what they did.
Who's Arkansas? Who they got anyway? They ain't got nobody.
It don't matter. It's everybody. Take your pick. Take your pick.
This is what Arkansas's got. Sheep. Nothing but sheep. Sheep and cows. Where are they at? Mare.
Right there.
Oh.
Let's see it.
That looks. Oh,
it's the speckled cow.
What is this? The Wizard of Oz? The speckled cow. Oh, that's a horse with many colors.
Dumbass. Okay.
All right, we need to go.
Yes.
So this is Tech C signing off. Thanks for being with us this weekend, and we look forward to being with you again next week. Same time, same station. Should be same time, same station, unless something unforeseen comes up.
Unless we get one of these. FBI.
Publishers Clearinghouse. Yeah, FBI. That's coming later tonight.
Yeah.
We understand. Actually, nobody's watching this show.
That's true.
So
you're right. All right.
There's comments. Somebody's like, who?
Yeah, we're fine.
Excuse me. Somebody named Conformity Antidote made threats against Hillary Clinton.
They don't like.
What?
Yeah. They're not worried about that dumb hoe anyway. All right. So, God bless from Cuz. Love you all. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. Tell all your friends and family and even lovers. Your enemy, people you don't like.
Your enemies, lovers.
Yeah. Right. Because they can catch the live show, but then you also can obviously
rewatch it over and over and over again.
On Facebook and YouTube.
And podcast.
Oh, big thing. Right before we go, YouTube. I need everybody to go over to YouTube. I need you to subscribe and like. So like and subscribe because we need a certain amount of hours watched and watch the whole thing too. I think you got it. Ain't like y'all people got anything else to do. Watching like Real Housewives of Butt Lick, Montana.
Oh. Now that would be a Real Housewives I'd watch.
So
hey, Fred, get in here. I got your grits on the table. Don't talk to me, bitch.
I'm here taking care of the livestock.
I went to sheeping. You come near my TV set, woman, I'm gonna. Anyway, I'm done.
All right, we're out. God bless.
God bless everybody.
We'll hit you next. We'll see you next week. Come on, stay.